About to start on my show, which is in May. I mean, whatever you think. You don't have to. Because what does it make a difference? But I feel like if I close them, okay, cool, but whatever it is, put a zipper on the side. I'm gonna cut. Welcome to Marcillago's layer, where I get down and dirty with the sewing machine. Bodice is called a bodice, a rhinestone bodice. As you can see, that is looking good. Marci, aka Marcillago.
Spell it out, spell it out.
Marcillago. See, I like everything to be organized by color. All my favorites are in boxes by color. All my products. Sequins makes life easier. Well, I really was already designing. I mean, I feel like I feel more so in love with making clothes than doing hair. Like, I still like doing hair, but I love designing clothes. Like, my style is different, so it's never anything like I can buy in the store that says Marci too much. So my Instagram is Marcillago. It's Marcillago. And business IG is Marcillago Clothing. So spelled the same way, but just clothing at the end. I like the tropics. I like the Caribbean. That's why I use the pineapple. You see the pineapple I always use. I want you to always feel like you on vacation, you know, it's a turn up with the girls. Every time you go out, I want you to look like it's your birthday when it's a regular night. It's people from, I would say, 18 to in their 30s. I would like for the grown people to come to me more. I think more of them are not so, they don't feel inclined to come to me because I'm young, and then they seeing all the bodacious pictures and the gowns, and they like, well, she probably gonna make them for me, but I do. I'm not biased. Yeah, y'all better come on and get this custom gowns. My favorite stuff is really prom and like club wear, but I don't make a lot of like casual stuff. I like going above and beyond, you know, rhinestones, glitter, feathers, all that. That's me.
So you like that?
Marci, what? Marci, it's my turn. It's your hair's turn. It's my turn. Hair. I think really my grandma passed September the 11th. And she was a hairstylist, and I was interested in it, and I just really picked up that passion because I loved her so much. And it just, you know, when I do hair, I think of her. So that's really why I did hair. I really just practice. I just practice because, you know, I didn't go to school for it. I just practice and practice and practice. The more I sew, the more I grew.
Put it on the t-shirt.
Yeah, put it on the t-shirt. It was me. So Black China had on this red dress. It was sequin, short. Needed my birthday coming up. I said, what if I just try to buy the fabric and make it? And then I did, and it looked exactly like her dress. And somebody was like, you need to be making some clothes, girl. You need to be selling some clothes. I was like, okay. And I started.
Okay. Just like that?
Just like that.
Just like that.
Ooh, I was cheap.
What's cheap?
I was dirt cheap like the store. Like,
not that cheap.
I was charging really what I was paying for fabric. Like, I would pay $50 for fabric and then charge them $80 for the outfit, which was nothing. But me being humble and just willing and I was just glad to be getting clients. I took the money and, you know, maybe it was a little gas or whatever, food, but now I'm just making the outfit and they was happy. But I really charged what I feel like I was worth, my work was worth at the time. It was all over. Like, I'm shipping dresses. I've been getting website visitors from the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, Virgin Islands, everywhere, and they ask me, you know, for me to ship the dresses there. So I'm waiting on y'all. Y'all need to go ahead and order. Don't be asking, just order and I'm gonna send it.
Right.
Better when I have more work. Like, I love the pressure. Like I said, I had over 30 something increase. No, I had more prom dresses than that. But I would still be making these dresses for sale. Like, I just like to see what it looks like when it's done. And then people's reaction, that's what motivated me to just, you know, put that work out there fast. No, I have never wanted to give up. That's not in me. I make stuff for sale.
Okay.
Keep that content going, you know, with different looks. Dry spell. I had a dry spell a little bit. It was around, I say, December, because that's when everybody going Christmas shopping, you know, everything. So I just started making stuff for sale. I see big things. You wouldn't believe, like, on my business page, I think before prom I had, I think, 3,000 or something. Now I got like almost 10K followers in the last few weeks. And I hate that I'm missing out on a lot of that money because I'm getting so many inquiries, but I see myself having a team of seamstresses duplicating this times, you know, 20, 30. To get to the point where I don't have to sew, I can maybe make one or just sketch a design and tell them, hey, I need you to make this. I see myself being pretty big. I see it's gonna happen. I'm gonna make it happen. I can make prom happen while I'm preparing for a show, and I'm gonna make an adult prom, which is gonna be in June, late June. So I don't know. I just like when a lot is going on, I can do more. I like, my first show was last year. I did 2 shows. I was supposed to do another one. I think I only did 2 shows. Yeah, the first show I did, I was actually walking. Like, I didn't put my stuff out there. I was just walking for somebody else. Yep, learning behind the scenes, learning the ropes. And then the next year, I actually, I think I did my show. And then I was in another show for somebody else. How much experience, but when I get there, I make sure I do what I gotta do. They gonna know.
Tell me.
Well, being inside of somebody else's show, well, I was actually asked to be in. I told them, give me a minute, you know, let me make sure that I'm available, because I didn't want to commit to that and then not be able to do the show. So once I saw that I was good to go, I did the show. Ooh, I do. I really haven't made time to start back getting models in my stuff. You know, us getting some content like that. But I do want to start back doing that. Well, it started in North Carolina. So I was living there, and it was rough out there. Like, it was to the point where I was gonna eat or put some gas in my car. And someone kind of started trickling in as a little hobby. But at the time I was running track, so that was my main focus. But I just kept sewing, kept posting, and a little bit over time, it just started growing and growing and growing and growing. When I came back to Memphis, I don't know, it seemed like everybody fell in love with my work, my design, you know, me as a person, which I'm appreciative, you know. My greatest joy is putting a smile on my client's face when they put the outfit on. That just makes me so happy, and when they're not, you know, I make sure that I do what I have to do to make them satisfied. Back to Memphis because I was 8 months pregnant. So I was sitting up in the chair 8 months pregnant. I didn't have a sewing machine yet, so I was just sitting there like this, sewing with my hands. And my mom came and got me. She didn't want me out there by myself. So she was like, no, you finna come back to Memphis. And so she brought me back. And I had to make an adjustment because I was gone for like 10 years. So I had to readjust to Memphis and the environment and just everything.
Can you get away? Can I say?
Cause so I was like a flight. Like I was just everywhere. I was never in one spot, always in a different state. With track meets, we was out of town a lot. So I didn't really have the structure like how I do now. I'm starting to focus more so on getting settled with, my living situation, and then business and family, my kids, and newly fiance. So
congrats. Happy looks good on you.
Thank you. I done been through some stuff.
So it's about time you got here.
It's about time.
You heard you ain't going nowhere. How was growing up in Memphis? What was your school like? Like, who were you in high school? How does that person contribute to the fashionable you now?
Okay, in high school, I didn't have the white hair. I didn't have, the extensions, the lashes, all this. Like, I was just, oh my God, with the kinky twist or my individual braids, and I was known as the track girl, but I was quiet. I wasn't popular in high school at all. Like, I felt like I was looked over. That's how I felt. I don't even think I got asked to prom. I think my mom recommended somebody that I used to talk to, and I asked him and he went. But yeah, I wasn't popular in high school. I was just a track girl.
So
I try not to say it's scary. It's just me adjusting to a new world, starting to learn the business side of things, and that's why I keep good friends around me. One of my friends, Kiosha, she's gonna help me with this paperwork, but cause in business you don't want to be blind. You don't want to just be making money and then just throw somebody in charge and you not knowing what's going on. That's how a lot of people get robbed. So I just try to stay up to speed on stuff. Yeah, I feel like it's important. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, you got to know the ins and outs of your business. You don't want to end up in a situation where what could have been prevented because you were unknown. You don't want to be ignorant when you start making a lot of money.
Dealt with like upset clients, chargebacks, people saying they didn't get it, but they did get it, but they ran off with your money. Tell me something about those situations.
I dealt with that, and that's why I don't have PayPal. It was a lady, and she got something made from me. And at this time, I was still fairly new at sewing. So if she didn't like it, all she had to say was, could you maybe do this? Or, maybe I don't feel like this was the best. Could we work on some type of conversation? Instead, I looked up, my PayPal was negative, almost $200, and she wore all the outfits, took pictures in them, posted it on social media, but I never got my money back. Now I switched my payment platforms, so now I'm Zelle, Apple Pay, Venmo, stuff to where they can just snatch their money back from me. I now say no refunds. They know that now. So, but I haven't had that problem in a long time. The only problem I probably had was maybe out of town clients, something was a little too big, or needed some fixing, and I'll just pay for their shipping and have them send it back, and then I'll send it back off to them. Well, when I see something in the store, I automatically have the idea of what I want to make in my head. I don't know how. I don't sketch. I don't do none of that. I see the fabric and I say, okay, I'm going to put that up here and this going to go right here. And we're going to do it like that.
And so what is spending looking like when you go into the store? You go into the store for a few pieces or?
Yeah. Okay, I'll go in Joann's for a zipper and come out with a couple yards of fabric on accident. So, and that just comes from my love of just fabric and just making stuff. Yeah. I make sure I include that in the price. So if somebody has a consultation with me and then they say, oh, I want the big rhinestone, I want the big dress at the bottom. So I say, okay, give me a second. I go and look and I price out how much is this rhinestone bodice and how much is all this fabric going to be. And then I combine that in the overall price. Just went to Atlanta and I wanted to make a few dresses for sale to compensate for, you know, the ones I couldn't do for the orders. And I spent like $900 or something. I kind of OD'd, but they got everything I need, so I really didn't care.
So in fashion, is it sometimes at a loss? Do you mostly see a profit from when you're selling, or are you mostly spending more to make than you get? How does that work with you? Or
no, I don't play with that no more. I make sure if I'm spending a lot, your outfit is just gonna be a lot.
Simply.
It's gonna cost.
Simply.
Right. It's important. I feel like you can be slim and still end up with health problems. I've seen that. Slim people having diabetes. I like to have my muscles, everything tight, firm, sitting up, you know. I couldn't imagine my life not going to the gym.
You do for it.
When I'm busy, it's hard. I can't always make it to the gym. Like, and that just comes with me just stop what I'm doing and go work out and come back and, you know, start back working on dresses. But I OD so much, like I'm so zoned out and focused on that dress. I look up and it's time to get the kids. Well, my son, he gonna either knock my mannequin over, or my daughter, she pulling on some fabric. But I just tuck them away in the room and just work as long as I can work. I try to get all that done before I pick them up. So it's a lot. I feel like people would respect me more if they knew what I would go through for them and going out of my way to get their fabric. When COVID hit, I stood in line at Joann's for almost 3 hours to get inside for my clients. Stuff like that with my daughter. My daughter patiently stood by me at the time. I think she was 3. It's a lot. Like, I was pregnant and completed prom right around COVID. A lot of them didn't pay the rest of their dresses. That affected me too. Like, it's just a lot of people don't know that happens behind closed doors, you know, when I'm working on this stuff. Deadlines, you know, they'll place an order with me and then turn around and be like, how's it going? Hey, I'm just checking on the dress, and I'm like, I haven't even received your stuff yet. But I just, you know, I wish people would be just a little bit more patient, you know, and understanding. I can't always post it on my page. Not everybody catch my post, so a lot of them just don't know. They just don't know how it works. So, not the big ones, small ones. Yeah,
The brighter body you're dressing tonight. Brrr.